change oil while you're down there.
One.
So I poured hot water up and down her leg. But the little chickie bawled and the little chickie begged. The little chickie laid me a hard-boiled egg. Turkey in the hay, turkey in the hay, turkey in the straw, turkey in the straw. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway and I'll pick a little tune called Turkey in the Straw. Well, I had an old wagon and I drove it down the road. It was a 2-horse wagon with a 4-horse load. Well, I cracked my whip and the lead horse sprung. I said goodbye to the wagon tongue. Turkey in the hay, turkey in the hay, turkey in the straw, turkey in the straw. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway and I'll pick a little tune called Turkey in the Straw.
Well, the frog had wings, snakes had hair, and automobiles went flying in the air, and huckleberries grew on a watermelon vine. What's that line?
Turkey in the hay,
Turkey in the hay,
turkey in the straw,
turkey in the straw. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway and I'll pick a little tune called Turkey in the Straw.
Went out to milk and I didn't know how, so I milked a goat instead of a cow. Monkey sitting on a pile of straw, winking his eye at his mother-in-law.
turkey in the hay,
Turkey in the hay,
turkey in the straw,
turkey in the straw. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway and I'll pick a little tune called Turkey in the Straw.
All right, it's time for the 1942 World War II vintage verse. Well, I saw Mussolini sitting on a log, all puffed up like a big bullfrog, stuck up behind. I stuck him with the wire. He just went like an old fat tire. I took his hide and I stuck it on the tree. The tree said, "Hey, don't do that to me." I took him on home with mother-in-law. She threw me outside with the turkey in the straw.
turkey in the hay,
Turkey in the hay,
turkey in the straw,
turkey in the straw. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway and I'll pick a little tune called Turkey in the Straw.
Thank you very much. Isn't this a wonderful evening? And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is our last Wednesday night here at the Mondo Grill on the lawn here in the summer of 2005.
mind. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I'm bound. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave this town. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I say. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'll be back someday. Old Joe Clark walked downtown backwards, people ask him why. Said I come back for one more train by way, but you get mine. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I'm bound. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave this town. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I say. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'll be back someday. Here's my favorite verse. My pardon for those of you who are eating chicken tonight. I apologize for this verse. I went down to old Joe's house, she was sick in bed. But I stuck my finger down his throat and he coughed up a chicken's head. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I'm bound. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave this town. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, pay the well, I say. Pay the well, old Joe Clark, I'll be back someday. Pay the bill, old Joe Clark, pay the bill, I'm bound. Pay the bill, old Joe Clark, I'm gonna leave this town. Pay the bill, old Joe Clark, pay the bill, I say. Pay the bill, old Joe Clark, I'll be back someday.
Anybody get hurt out there?
There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, yeah, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, cowmen take my earth. None will ever own what's mine, no, no, nobody's of any worth. I mean, no reason to get excited, but be kindly spoke. There are many here among us, yeah, who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through all that, and this is not our fate. So let's not talk falsely now, 'cause the hour is getting late. All along the watchtower, prisoners kept to view. How all the women came and went, barefoot servants too. Outside in the distance, a wildcat did it prowl. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. All along the watchtower, all along the watchtower, all along the watchtower, yeah, 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 yeah. distance, wildcat did it proud. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. All along the watchtower, all along the watchtower, all along the watchtower. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's going to happen here is we're going to take a little break and just come out here and see what you've left on your plates. We're going to shake the hand of the mayor, standing right there in the middle of everybody. And we want to thank him for everything that he had to do with him and the city council making this whole thing happen out here on the lawn here at the Mondo Grill on city property.
That was a hard trick to pull off, wasn't it?
And there he stands, the man that made it happen himself, Mr. Bert Cannon.
Yeah, baby.
Bert, don't be sitting down now.
Come on, stand up, Bert.
You build it, they will come. Look at him stand up. I don't know if any of you have ever thought about that. Anyway, on behalf of Rob Quist and myself, Steve Riddle, Christian Johnson, Craig Davey, we're going to do another song here. We're going to take a break. Then we're going to come here and play till everybody's got their coats on. All right, there you go.
Here's a song. Astute observation. Okay. This is in the key of D in case there's somebody out there with a harmonica that feels like playing along. There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees down the seven bridges road. And I have loved you like baby, like some lonesome child. And I have loved you in a dream well. And I have loved you wild. Sometimes that heart has to turn from here and go, running like a child from these four stars down the seven bridges road. There are stars in the southern sky, and if ever
Okay.